Okay, I'm going to switch order a little bit here, but Marty up north was talking about this. The RCMP Commissioner of Firearms report for 2024 was tabled on time in the House of Commons last month. Oddly, it was also released on time on their website. It contains a lot of positive information that shows Canadians are definitely pro-gun and willing to comply with some of the most stringent firearms licensing requirements. Our pre-2021 rules were 100% adequate and reasonable. Canadians were willing to get licensed and use their firearms in approved ways. There was no need for Trudeau's gun bans, which is what you were talking about. Let me show you some stats from the report. The report only ever shows the 5 previous years of data. I have to create my own historical spreadsheet with nearly 20 years of data to show proper trends. So here is a snapshot of 2024. I don't know if we need to go through all this. Crime guns identified, firearms traced, firearms included. So let's just skip past that and say, so 2.4 million Canadians hold a license in one form or another. That's huge. That's roughly 6% of the population. I estimate that there's at least one firearms license holder in 8 to 12% of all households in this country. The rate at which people are getting licenses is higher post-COVID than before. Intelligent people know what
can happen. Higher than that. Because in most households, it's going to be the man that has, yeah. Like I have a firearms license. No one else in my house has one.
Yeah. Intelligent people know what can happen to population.
Jesse has a firearms license. No one else in his family has one. You know what I mean? That's Miles has one. No one else. You know, like almost everybody I hunt with, the dude that hunts is the only person with the firearms license. So it's probably you could bring that number up to 15 to 18% of households.
Yeah. Then he gets into like firearms, handguns, and all that here. I haven't gone through all this yet, but we used to have to register all firearms. The ratio of non-restricted to restrict guns was around 9 to 8. I use that to estimate that Canadians own at least 50 million firearms. Over 500,000 are prohibited from owning guns. These are typical criminals. Does that include the 17,000 criminals that we brought in from other countries?
Or probably not.
Probably not, eh? They're allowed to carry swords, not guns, or just...
Probably both.
So I don't know if I want to go through all this, but I do want to get to this. Ian Runkle was posting some of this. He says, this is a different thing altogether. Great. This one drops while I'm at an airport. Going to try to record a video once I'm situated. So this is that kind of episode. I don't know. You must have heard about this. He shot and killed an 18-year-old and was acquitted because his neighborhood felt like Iraq. So meanwhile, in at least one case, Canadians who defend their families during violent home invasions, some involving guns, hammers, and masked repeat offenders are the ones getting charged. This is what a decade of gutless leadership looks like. So this jury acquits a teen who claims self-defense in fatal Toronto school shooting, saying he carried a gun because his neighborhood was like Iraq.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well, I'd like to see more precedent like that set.
Yeah, you could have some nerve to talk about the obvious racial and ethnic difference, blah, 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 two-tier policing. And then Runkle said here, he followed up on this. Also, as predicted, the Liberals continue to prohibit more firearms by sneaky and entirely bullshit reclassification without actually passing new OICs and laws. The R9 isn't an AR-180. It's a variant of it, but they can't just define variant to mean anything and then say banned. So I thought this was about the other thing too, but it's not. We should. I'll check Ian's out. Ian's stuff on the gun stuff out. Maybe we'll go into it more next time. Because we got to get him on the show at some point too.
Oh yeah. He expressed interest.